What is up, everybody out there in YouTube land? Jose once again from PetRockMedia.com, back with a new video. And in today's quick and short video, I'm going to show you how to turn in the brand new Fujifilm XH2s from a regular camera that looks like this to the cinema rig you see here. Let's talk about it. Alright everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thank each and every one of you for stopping on by yet again and supporting the channel. Here at Pet Rock Media, we strive to offer you the best type of content in cinematography, videography, teching out, geeking out, gaming out, you name it. We try to cover it on this channel. If that sounds like something you are interested in, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, punch that bell icon so you're notified of all the content we post on the channel. Alright, so when the Fujifilm XH2s was released, we did a video on this channel kind of talking about the pros and cons of the video capabilities and whether or not we were looking at potentially upgrading to that camera or bringing it into the studio. Well, spoiler alert, we got the camera. I've got the top-down camera going right now, and you can see all this awesome gear that we've got here because we're going to turn the XH2s from Fujifilm into a cinema rig. Now, the way I like to build out my cameras is very run and gun, not so much the big shoulder rigs, anything like that. My rigs tend to be very small, very minimalistic, if you will, even though that sounds counterproductive and you know, not really what a cinema rig is. But I tend to go with the least amount of gear, but yet still with the amount that allows me to capture the footage that I'm trying to go for and capture the look. Now, this one is not going to contain a follow focus, anything like that. We're going to save that for an additional rig that's meant more with rails, a railing system, a follow focus, things like that. What I'm going to be putting on here today is what you see here on the overhead camera. We're going to switch to that here. It's going to consist of a Ninja 5. I have the Ninja 5 Plus, but this is the Ninja 5. I've got the small rig, just recently released small rig cage, a couple of handles, a Condor Blue HDMI wire because now the Fujifilm XH2s supports full HDMI. A couple of handles, top nano rail handle, a monitor mount, and then of course the camera. So let's get building. So again, obviously, right, you need the camera. Here is the Condor Blue body cap right here, body cap for the Fujifilm. So what we're going to do here, we're going to take the small rig. One thing that I did want to point out, if I can get the camera to focus, this little kind of, I don't want to call it a bolt, but it sticks out and it holds the camera in place with this little screw hole down here at the bottom. Let me get that to focus right there. Now, when I did receive my copy of the small rig cage, it was sticking out, and you can hear it just fell out right now. So it was sticking out and wasn't allowing me to fully mount the camera. So you definitely want to make sure that you unscrew it. And it does come with the little, kind of like the little wrench here. It does come with it, and it is magnetic, and you can put it right there, and it kind of stores away down at the bottom. But you want to make sure that you remove this, because if not, the installation is going to be very, 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 it's going to give you a headache, basically. It's going to be very, very annoying. So let's go ahead and take the camera. We're going to slide the star of the show in. And when you do get the XH2s small rig camera cage, you also get this little clamp in a bag right here. And this clamp attaches to the side right here next to the mode dial. So we're going to go ahead and install that. So there you go. Through the magic of editing, we now have the small rig cage installed on the Fujifilm XH2s. And you can see that right there. I did install the side clamp that it came with. I also screwed in, don't forget to screw in the bottom plate and the little mount right here. All with the included wrench. All right. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to install the top rail or the top handle for the monitor mount. Now, one thing that I did forget to mention is that because of the railing that we're going to be utilizing, or the top handle, I'm sorry, that we're going to be utilizing, it does use a nano rail system. So in order for me to utilize that, I am also going to have to utilize this attachment from small rig that goes right on top of the cage, which then allows me to attach it. Now, I know there are some out there that utilize just screwing down into here, but what I like about the nano rail system is that it allows you to attach multiple items really quickly with the nano rail system, just unclamping and clamping back down. So if I want to swap out a different type of handle, if I want to swap out a different monitor, things like that, I can utilize that rather than having to unscrew each and every mount. So we're going to go ahead and install this on the top of the camera. It does come with your two mounting screws, which I can then screw into the top of the camera. And now with that little adapter mounted on top of the cage, I can now install the handle to the camera. Already now has very, very decent mobility right here, and I'm now able to then put on the monitor, which I will do next. Now, the monitor itself, again, is the Ninja 5, and it does have the cage from SmallRig. You can see down at the back. I'm gonna go ahead and remove the battery, which allows for multiple mounting points, and also allows you to put microphones, things like that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna attach it facing towards us. And you can see right here, there's the larger mounting hole here, and we're gonna utilize that with this. Now, what I do like about this monitor mount from SmallRig is that it's friction based, so you can easily move it back and forth based off of what you're shooting and where you want to see your footage coming from. If you want it straightforward, because maybe let's say you do have it as a shoulder rig, you can have it that way. If you're low shooting, you can have it kind of facing more towards you at an angle, more like a 45-degree angle. Now, what I will recommend though is that if you don't have it on rails, be sure when you leave the camera with it forward, you don't let it go, because if you do, it'll lean forward. So be sure you keep the monitor up, or you have it on some rails if you're going to be utilizing that, or just don't forget, you know, to make sure that your camera is secure. But we have our monitor, we have our cage, we have our nano rail. Now comes the options of your different types of side handles. Now, a lot of times individuals will already use the right handle as their, you know, their preferred right handle. And then on the left-hand side, they'll install something like this SmallRig wooden cage right here, or the SmallRig wooden handle. So we'll go ahead and utilize the wooden one for this particular build. And as you can see right there, this is pretty much the end of the build. Obviously, I'm gonna add the HDMI wire, but we have, you know, obviously the handle that comes with the camera that's built in. We have your left handle here. We have your top handle with your monitor connected to it, and that is the Ninja 5. We do have the Ninja 5 Plus, which I will be utilizing and testing out for the other type of footage codecs. However, this is one of the more popular ones. I know it's on sale right now, the Ninja 5. So I'm using the Ninja 5 that we have in-house. And again, I'll be utilizing the Condor Blue, specifically the Fujifilm Blue one, because again, the XH2s now supports a full-fledged HDMI wire. There you have it, everybody. There is the rig right there. Camera, cage, top rail, monitor, Ninja 5, side handle. And now I'm ready to go film whatever I'm wanting to film. And I'm ready to go capture what I'm wanting to capture. Very small, very sleek. And the lens of choice that I typically utilize on things like this is the 16-55, which is basically the equivalent of a 24-70 millimeter for the Fujifilm X system. This lens, along with this build, I can capture some great footage. Stay tuned to the channel because I will be testing out this particular setup, utilizing obviously the codecs in the Ninja 5 Plus, along with internal how I get footage with this thing, the type of codecs I'm going to be utilizing. So again, make sure you're locked and loaded to the channel, hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch each and every one of you beautiful human beings in the next video. Peace.